if you moved this, rotated it, or moved this, rotated it, you have to check ignition timing when you run this thing with a timing light. Is it going to be close? Yes, but you took the belt off. You moved the cams, you moved the crank, you put a new belt on. Yes, you lined everything up, but any movement in there, there's new tension on the belt. The belt's tighter than it was before, you know, all of those things. So when we fire this up, is it going to be at exactly 10 degrees before top dead center when we fire it off? It's possible, but that's just lucky. If you don't check it, you don't know. So we have to hit it with a timing light, and we have to reset the timing, which means taking this loose, twisting it back and forth, and all of the other stuff to set ignition timing. But we have to put plugs and wires and all that other stuff in there. But we'll go over that when we hook everything up and fire it off. On this video, we'll set ignition timing again. So when we put this on, what we're saying when we say line it up to the number 4 position is we're talking about pointing at this electrode inside the distributor. So if I take my finger and I put it here, I'm going to run it up just a little bit, and I set it down here. When I line it up, it lines up with the rotor. See? So my rotor's pointed at the number 4 prong inside the distributor. Sorry, you're in my way. We get that on, and then we can lock this down. And lock this down. Now, so I just did a whole plugs and wires video without the camera rolling. So if you need a tutorial or a tune-up on that one, go over to the 79 Fiat Spider. I did one when I did a video on that when I installed those plugs. If you look down here, I'm at top dead center. My distributor's pointed this away. Okay? So like I said before, you could be top dead center number 1, top dead center number 4 on the ignition timing. So if you look at your cap, when you flip it over, right, the number 1 is way back here. So we're lined up for number 1 on top dead center. Now this distributor, the vacuum advance isn't working. I didn't disable the vacuum advance, so I'm gonna fix it. It may have been disabled and you're running off static timing, because timing was about 20 degrees. So that's about right. Not really. It's not right. So I'm going to remove the distributor, and then when I set it back up, I'm going to set it up for number 1 ignition. I know it's confusing, but we're not talking about this timing, we're talking about this timing. So TDC over here, I'm on number 1. Just for this purpose. I could just as easily have been on number 4 and done the same thing. Hopefully this will just unplug. Yeah. Okay, so we're good there. I'm taking this loose. wire out. I gotta get my 17 on there. So under here is a 17 millimeter hold down. We can spin this, right? And what we're spinning when we spin this is the cap, and that's controlling our ignition, advance, and retard. So now I can't see. So here's my nut and my hold down. And I keep pumping this. It's okay. So now we can just pull the distributor out. This thing's going to rotate. See? When we come up, it rotates out. So what we want to do is not drip on the car, for one. When we set it back in there, we're going to have to put it in so that it spins down into the close to the number 1 position. So I'm going to say this is an old distributor with just a new cap and rotor on it. That's why this vacuum advance is not working. And boom, just like that, here's a new distributor. Where's my hose? Here. So this vacuum advance works, which it should because it's brand new. I gotta make a gasket real fast, so I'll be right back. So one hand cut distributor gasket made out of gasket material. You can buy that stuff in a roll. I really want to wipe that off, so I'm gonna. So this is from Vic's Auto Sports, and this is a brand new unit. I'm just double checking to make sure everything's tight. So I just traced out the hole. And then slide it on over, put it on in. So now, this is our front. We can align this really any way we want to. But remember, we were kind of pointed over here towards number 1. So we want to kind of go that way again. And what we're going to do is we're going to set this down. Drop it down for some reason. Let me check. Now we're in. So if we take this, scoot it back here, the number one is here, right here. So when we put this on, we are right at it. Okay, so we're lined up for our number one firing position for ignition timing. Now we get the clamp back on. So we're going to take this, slide it through. Now I got to get this pickup plugged back in. Pickup only goes on one way. The problem is, can't see shit. So, big pin is on the bottom, which is the white wire. Engaged. Look at that. Oh, it's like it was meant to be. Let me change my gloves. I've still got some more stuff to do. Oh, so anyway, back to the Distributor. So it comes from Vic's. It was a brand new unit. I was fortunate. Yes, I was fortunate. So I went to the 40th anniversary party and I won that. So now this Fiat gets a brand new Distributor for zero cost. So we're going to keep the same cap because it came from Vic's anyway. Oh, we gotta put the tie down on. Shit. Don't let me forget that. So I just fucked up the timing even more, but you know, it's okay. Got our cap on. This to go here, down there, and we're going to plug into this. You make this special tool for holding these things. Still want to be able to twist it. Yeah, I'm good. Okay. So we got a little snug on it. Got a little twist we can twist. I'm trying to line up my number one as best I can. That looks pretty close. We should be able to get to start again. Got our timing gun hooked up already. some RPMs. I know it's really hard to see. I mean, the light's flashing like it's supposed to. But for some reason on the camera, it's intermittent. So we're a little bit over 10. I like it. Got a good sound. Let's try to tighten this thing up.